What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, back with a very special video. This time I'm joined by my partner in crime, the notorious Lakeshore Strangler. Charles Lee Ray is in the house. And, we were sitting here minding our own, watching exploitation movies and smoking fucking kush. And in between bong tokes, I got a message on my phone from a person from my past, okay? And I was like kind of blown away. And it's no, mystery that person is MARKEY316, but I had to do a little bit of investigation in order to find out how long I've known this fucking guy, because shout out to the NY Warriors, the New York Warriors. They do comics, comic talks, all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. They've been going at it since 2016, and that is the same time that me and my friend Jared, another ghost of the past, you know what I mean? He's doing well with his family and all that stuff. I hope everyone's doing well from back then, and everyone in the future, you know what I'm saying? But that was back in 2016, and I know that we were doing those fucking off-airs. What I mean by that is we were doing like these essentially Zoom calls, group chats, private, like they weren't live. So there's people like Gene Pauley's Peter, like put it all together. Like back in the day, me and him, Gene Pauley's Peter, we would just enter Google Hangouts and just fuck with people, and like, we would hide our video feed so they could only see our like avatars. We had fake profiles, like fucked with people heavy duty. I went by the name Skidmark. I forget what Sean went by, but but that kind of spawned into these off-air hangouts where it would be like me and Sean, and then like, he'd be like, oh, I know this other guy that's like a comic book collector, because it was all about comics back then. We were all like total comic book fiends, and I'm happy to inform you guys that I've slowly got back into comics, you know what I mean? And I owe almost all of that entirely to the YouTube channel Cartoonist Kayfabe, because I was watching a lot of interviews with like David Cho and stuff like that, and they did one that's like 3 hours, and I put it on my phone, and I was driving around and stuff, and I was listening to that, and I was like, I like these guys that are doing the interview. I'm going to check out what else they've done, and I just kind of like fell down the rabbit hole, and they like interviewed everyone from like Kevin Eastman to fucking Jeff Darrow and all these like guys that I really look up to and respect, especially back when I was collecting comics. So I've found myself recently at the comic book shop twice in a month, okay, which is very. I didn't go into a comic shop for fucking like 4 or 5 years, you know what I mean? And it was all, I'm getting to the point of this, but like, it was all about the money thing for me, because I would go to the comic book store. I had a pull list. I had like 23% off, and I was like digging that big time. Who wouldn't? I don't think you can get a discount like I'm sure that people probably have, but to me that was a big deal, because I knew that a lot of people had 15% off, and I had this 23% off discount, and I was getting all these books. I think the reason I got that discount is because I had so many fucking books on a pull list. I was getting all kinds of stuff that I was buying for the same reason I might be buying a bunch of stuff out of the quarter bin box, which is just to like sort of, if it was remotely interesting to me, I would buy it, and I ended up having to sell a lot of that type of shit, and that is like the worst thing, So like any aspiring comic book collectors out there, definitely find out what you're into and then start buying stuff, and be very weird, because the stuff is expensive, and that's getting to the next point of it. So, like you find that you like Batman, but there's like 20 Batman fucking series happening at once. Which one do you go for? And I had that happened to me. Like I think I had Batman on the pull list and Detective Comics, and like I only had Batman because it was Greg Capullo, because I liked Greg Capullo's art. Detective Comics, I don't even think I cracked one of them, and I remember selling all that stuff for like half of what I paid for it, like in lots and stuff on Kijiji and shit, when I purged a lot of the collection a couple of years ago. But the price at $4 a book, and now when you go into a comic book shop, I was seeing new stuff for like $5, $5.99 and stuff like that, which, if it's good art, because at the end of the day, it's art. We're lovers of art, and if it looks good, it's worth the money. If you think it's worth the money, put it in your collection, and think of it like as that, like it is your collection. And shout out to a YouTuber by the name of Serial at Midnight, who recently did this video talking about you know, how to and how not to have a VHS collection or physical media collection. And he was saying, you know, like, don't just like buy lots of movies and stuff. Don't buy lots of comics or anything really, because you're just going to have like a lot of shit. You know what I mean? You want to be able to look at your, I'm looking this way because that's where my movies are. You want to be able to look at your shelf or stash or whatever it is. Shout out to the trash stash. I just thought of him when I said stash, but like, you have them in any way. You want them to be the movies that you like. You want to be able to look and go, fuck, this is dope, this is dope, this is dope. You don't want to be like, whack, 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 garbage, shit, whack, kind of good. You know what I mean? What you want to have, you know, Dodgeball, like all these kind of movies from the early 2000s, because that's what, like, whenever you go to a thrift store or anything like that, that's what you find. There's like pure fucking, you know, just shitty comedy. Well, I like Dodgeball personally, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's all these different fucking shitty movies from back then, some good, some not good. Real quick before I go on, I bought one of those things called the Spine Deck. You've probably seen ads for it. I would recommend it. I've only used it twice, but the second time I used it, my back actually popped, which is like never happened. So like, you know, when you're like cracking your knuckles like that in your back, and like it felt good, you know what I mean? So I would recommend it. It's like $40 shipped to your house. But anyways, you know, like I said, like if you want to spend $4.99, $5.99 on a book or a movie or whatever it is, make sure it's worth it. You want it on your wall, you know, because like, I'll give you guys a quick little glance here. Like, I could look at every shelf on this wall and it's all stuff that I really, really dig, you know what I mean? Or am like, I have The Wire season 1, which like a lot of people have been like, yo, The Wire's so sick, and I've always wanted to check it out, but I'm glad I have it on the shelf so I can check it out. And if it ends up being garbage, I'll just pass it off to someone that might like it. You know what I mean? My mom is a big fan of prison shows. My aunt loves prison shows. But anyways, this is a package that I got from my homie Marky. But I'm just kind of going on a bit of a roll here. You know, when we were doing those off-air hangouts, okay, so if it was 2016, I would have been like 24, but I know for a fact we were doing them before that. We were definitely doing them before that. Even before like the New York guys came along. I think the first one was Mike Seif. Shout out to Mike Seif. Hope you're doing good out there. I haven't talked to you in years. You know, and then like kind of a slew of like these New Yorker dudes kind of came out of nowhere, to me at least. Sean was like meeting all these people because Sean was like a, you know, pretty well established YouTuber in the comic book community back then. He was one of the best. So he was getting guys like Manny, and he was getting guys like Biggie. Shout out to Biggie. He was getting guys like Carlos, you know what I mean? Silos. Shout out to fucking Silos, man. Hope you're doing well. I don't see, like, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say that I watch NY Warriors like all the time or anything like that, or even as much as I'd like to. You know what I mean? But I don't really see him on there. And like, I see the guys streaming and stuff. Sometimes I'll pop in. I did do the name change, so it's understandable if they like, who the fuck's Video Homicide? I'd never commented anyway, but just because, you know, they're talking about stuff that they're very passionate about. And I like to hear it sometimes when I'm like drawing or like sorting through my movies or whatever it is. And it's interesting because like, I feel like I've known these guys on like a bit of a personal level. Because like when you talk to these guys like offline, not just those guys, but like any people, when you're talking to them offline, you're kind of getting the more, you know, less polished version, which I like, you know, people not trying to put on a show. I try my best not to put on a fucking show for this. Like, as far as I know, you're getting as authentic me as you can get. But anyways, I like the time talking to those guys. Undisputed Frost, Marky, I'm trying to think of some more of them. Rage was a guy that was from Canada. It's been so long. I think his name was Trevor or Travis. I think it was Travis, maybe Trevor, but we knew him as Rage. And there's a slew of other dudes. And yeah, man, I hope everyone's doing good. So we're going to open up this box that I got from Marky. It's from New York, because Marky's one of them New York Warriors. But I can't, like, one thing I just have to say real quick off the bat, like, this guy, like, he spent $58 to ship this box to me, which is like very generous, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a big ass box. I really respect that, because I know shipping stuff to Canada is a nightmare. So, that's pretty OG of you, man. I would have been like, fuck you. Because I know one thing that's in here. Because he told me what it was. He told me he was looking for it for me, and then he found it. So we're going to bust this box open. I've not opened it, so here we go. I almost opened it last night, but I had to do a road exam today, and I didn't want to fucking... I wanted to, like, if I didn't pass it, I wanted at least to have something to look forward to, and I did pass it, so here we go, man. This is fucking exciting. Holy shit, this looks like it's full of stuff. Like, Jesus, what? Dude, what is this? Twilight. Okay, so we got a couple of episodes of Twilight Zone. Fuck yes. Right off the bat, dude. Did not have to send all this stuff, man. This is awesome. This might have to be like an extra, like, because I can only film in 20-minute increments. This is probably going to be longer than that. So sit back and enjoy. Oh, man. This is so dope. Me and my dad, man, we watch these fuckers all the time. First one is Rewound. Marky, I'm judging you right now. I'm checking all of them, dude. I'm not going to read the descriptions of the show, but I will read this little write-up we got here. The Twilight Zone, October 2nd, 1959. America embarked upon a 6-year journey into a wondrous land whose only boundaries were that of imagination. Created and hosted by award-winning playwright Rod Serling, The Twilight Zone set the standard for television writing, directing, and acting that to this day has rarely been surpassed. Submitted then for your approval, 2 classic episodes of the program that will never cease to thrill, amaze, and surprise viewers of all ages. Your next stop, The Twilight Zone. And these episodes are The Lonely and Probe 7, Over and Out. 2 episodes that I cannot say that I've seen because I got my dad, I stumbled upon some DVDRs with The Twilight Zone, and we watched random ones, you know what I mean? So I haven't, and back in the day we watched it, and Outer Limits and shit like that, and even like the newer Outer Limits. I remember there was one that had the warden from Shawshank Redemption in it. If anybody knows what episode that was, let me know. It was definitely from the color, either Outer Limits or Twilight Zone. Next, this is like fucking candy, man. Okay, what do we got here? Vampires Thirst for the Truth. I don't even know if I showed this cover. Did I show it? There it is. It looks like Marky paid $11.69 for this horror. Thirst for the Truth. I like how you kept them in the plastic too. That's pretty dope. For centuries, men and women have been entranced by and fearful of the children of the night, vampires. This detailed presentation offers an extraordinary in-depth exploration of the world of the undead through the myths and folktales passed from generation to generation. Film clips from the Hollywood's scariest movies and engaging interviews with experts in the field. We search to discover why our fascination with this timeless phenomenon continues to this day. Approximately 100 minutes. So it's like a documentary. Sweet. I fucking love this, man. I got a whole shelf of just vampire shit. And, well, it used to be vampire and Frankenstein shit, but the collection got a little too big. Okay. This movie, this is going to sound fucking crazy probably. Gladiator is the next one. I've never watched this movie in its entirety. I remember when it came out, and I remember it being a big deal, but it's by Ridley Scott. I'll definitely check this out, dude, because, like, I'm into movies that are like period pieces. This is 235. Okay, so like for instance, I'm a sucker for like Saving Private Ryan. I love Last Samurai, which is basically like a carbon copy of Dances with Wolves. I cut myself with the Lakeshore Strangler's knife, but fuck yeah, man. The Gladiator, like I said, I don't know much about it, but I'll definitely give it a gander. This is insane, dude. What the hell is this? Oh! This is sweet. Okay, I've heard this movie, The Incredible Shrinking Man. A fascinating adventure into the unknown. Starring Grant Williams and Randy Stewart. Directed by Jack Arnold. Screenplay by Richard Matheson. Okay. So I believe Richard Matheson also did the screenplay for Last Man on Earth. That's all I can think of at the moment. One of the best science fiction films of the 50s, The Incredible Shrinking Man is a gripping and thought-provoking classic. Grant Williams encounters a mysterious radioactive mist on a boating trip and soon finds his life taking a bizarre and frightening twist. His physical size begins to diminish as he shrinks to a mere 2 inches. Suddenly, ordinary household situations loom over him with lethal intensity. A playful cat becomes a demon, and a spider a gargantuan monster. Carrie finds he must rely on his wit to survive in his new oversized world in this fascinating film based on Richard Matheson's riveting screenplay. Nice. Fuck, you know what? I haven't been checking if these are rewound. You know what? You're getting a pass. Here we go. So we've got a DVD in here. Okay. It's called Frate. How the fuck do you say that? Frailty? Frailty. Okay. So right off the bat, Bill Baxton, Matthew McConaughey, 2 people I like. 2 thumbs up from Roger Ebert. What do we got here? Years after terrorizing a small Texas community, the God's Hand killer has returned, leaving in his wake a perplexing trail of fear and death. Convinced that he knows the killer's identity, Fenton Meigs shows up at FBI headquarters, intent on putting an end to the murderous rampage and relieving his conscience of his family's sinister secrets. Fucking A. Directed by Bill Paxton. Okay, alright, now you got me fucking going, hey now. Is there a, there's a director's comment there. That's so sweet. Fuck, man. So this is like a, it's like a guy that's trying to investigate into a case or something. This looks fucking cool. And it's directed by Bill Paxton. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay. I'll say right off the bat, I fucking love this trilogy. Okay, so it starts off with Da Vinci Code, which I believe I have. I think I have. And then it went Angels and Demons. And then it went, oh man. Fuck. Well, I don't remember it right now, but the third one is all about Dante's Inferno, I believe it was called. But I love these fucking flicks, so this is sweet. The best part about this is all the goddamn what's it called? Like special features. Like I'm totally into it, man. Totally into it. This is a movie that I watched on Netflix like 1,000 fucking times, but glad to have it finally in the collection. Okay, here we go. This is gonna turn on Retro or Die. We got Army of Darkness. So the third installment in the Evil Dead franchise, we got Army of Darkness, of course, directed by Sam Raimi. This is only an hour and 21 minutes. Holy fuck, man. Yeah, it's. You know, I have mixed opinions with this film, but it's one hell of a fucking poster. One hell of a poster. I wonder who did the art. Okay. Here we go. We got Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. Which is, you know, a lot of people, including myself, consider pretty fucking good. In my opinion, like the way that I like Nightmare on Elm Street, I like Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 in that order. This one, of course, is, I don't really need to read the backs to some of these ones that you guys know. But, Part 3, of course, has got some of the best special effects within the franchise. I think some of the best moments, like Let's Get High, where he had the chick with the needles and all that stuff. Or he has the needles for claws. And Welcome to Prime Time, bitch. Like all that stuff, like good stuff. Lawrence Fishburne as well in this flick. Fuck yeah, buddy. Okay, this is a movie that I grew up on. Okay, it's so crazy to see it in such like good condition, and like sealed, because like I have a copy of this somewhere, but it looks like shit compared to this, man. Leprechaun. Fucking, I love Leprechaun, man. Grew up on this film. I can still remember the day my dad brought home Leprechaun and Clown House the same time. And I was like, this is awesome, man. So, fuck yeah. Dope stuff. I just love, this looks so fucking clean, man. Okay, I'm going to save that one for last. Oh, shit. We got one of the best... Oh, starting to peel a bit there. One of the best sequels of all time that's very underrated. Predator 2, of course. Love Predator 2. Love that it's rewound. Yeah. What can you say about Predator 2? I think me and fucking Jared did a commentary on Predator 2, to be honest with you. Ooh, very nice. I don't think I have this one. Look at that. There's a sign of the time right there. 2 for $25. We got the Mummy's Hand Universal Monster Classic Collection. Hell yeah. Directed by Christy Caban, starring Dick Foran, Peggy Morin. Dick Foran, Peggy Morin, Wallace Ford. I always look for names that I recognize. This is from 1940. Okay. Hour and 10 minutes. Yeah, I must not have this one because I do not recognize this cover. Fuck yes. What do we got here? Oh shit, this is a classic right here if there ever was one. We got the good, the bad, and the ugly. Fuck, dude. Double taper. It's crazy because, like, I remember years ago, Marky sent me a bunch of stuff. And he sent me, like, a lot of sort of, like, bootleg shit that I just, like... That was how I first seen The Witch, I believe. And some of the Freddy Krueger's Nightmares and stuff like that. But good, the bad, and the ugly, man. Holy fuck, I almost dropped one of the tapes. I can't say anything about this movie because I would just talk about it for 7 fucking hours. I should do just a video just talking about that. Okay, here's one I've not seen. Directed by Frank Marshall. Oh, it looks like fucking John Goodman is in this. And Jeff Daniels. Me and Kayla are gonna watch this fucking movie. Arachnophobia. I've heard of it, of course. Like, everyone's heard of this one, but I've just never seen it. It's about spiders, right? Obviously. Oh, fuck, dude. I love both those actors, so I'm stoked. Here's a nice little double feature. We got Halloween 1 and Halloween 2. Must-haves for the collection. These look so fucking new, man. You took good care of your tapes, Mark. That's for damn sure. And in some ways, I might actually prefer Halloween 2 to Halloween 1, which may or may not be blasphemy, but whatever. Someone's messaging me. Some fucking something. But anyways, the last movie, and I'm so stoked to own this, man. You have no idea. This was on my... I think Marky found out about this through the one video I made about, like, movies that I wish I owned on VHS, and I finally got it. Thanks, dude. This is The Warriors. It's not like, you know, it's not like it's a rare movie or a rare tape, but it's just eluded me on tape for years. I finally got it. It's going right up on the top shelf with all my favorites. Yeah, man. I will read the back of this because it's just that goddamn good. A battle of gigantic proportions is looming in the neon underground of New York City. The armies of the night number 100,000. They outnumber the police 5-1, and tonight they're after the Warriors, a street gang blamed unfairly for a rival gang leader's death. This contemporary action-adventure story takes place at night, underground, and in the subculture of gang warfare that rages from Coney Island to Manhattan to the Bronx. Members of the Warriors fight for their lives, seek to survive in the urban jungle, and learn the meaning of loyalty. This intense and stylized film is a dazzling achievement for cinematographer Andrew Laszlo. Based upon the novel by Sol Yurick, of course. This movie, like, one of the other things that's so important about me owning this, other than the poster, is fucking fantastic. So much better than, like, the DVD is just, like, them walking, like a picture, like a fucking digital picture of them walking. Like, look at this. This is fantastic artwork, man. Probably can't see it that great, but, that's what I was going to say. So, this version of the movie... it doesn't have like those comic book transitions. It's gonna just have like the wipes and stuff like that. So we had seen it in the theater. Me, my friend Mike, my friend Cody, my little brother. I think my cousin Chris came, but they had the wipes. It was the first time I ever seen it like that. Possibly the first time I ever seen it like that. But anyways, there it is, man. Thank you, Marky, for this box of fucking awesome stuff. And thank you for the box, because I'm probably going to use that as a box to put a Christmas present in. So, yeah, man, I appreciate the stuff. You did not have to do that, man. This is crazy. Like, fuck. This is a stack, man. So I appreciate it very much, and hopefully everyone has a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all that stuff. You might get another video out of me before Christmas actually comes. So with that being said, everybody leave a 666 in the comments. Have a great night, and adios.